what we're going to make today is butter pecan cookies. Now, butter pecan cookies, I like to use real butter. But I guess in a pinch, you don't have to. You could use margarine. But butter tastes great with these cookies. You need 3/4 of a cup, which is 1½ sticks. You're going to need some pecans. So I have pecans and walnuts. But actually, all you're going to need is about 1/2 a cup. So my pecans in there will be just fine. You're going to need flour. I use white flour. And what we're going to use is 1 1/4 cups of flour. And this is the little trick. You're going to use a box, the 3.4 ounce box of butterscotch pudding. So it's a box of butterscotch pudding, and then it is 1 1/4 cups of flour, 1 1/2 sticks of butter or margarine, and then 1/2 a cup of chopped pecans. These are delicious. Let's start doing our first things first. I'm going to chop up some pecans. What I think will be about 1/2 a cup, which is a little bit more than a handful. Honestly, that should be it. Now this is sort of loud, but I love this thing. I got it at a garage sale once. Look at that, all chopped up. A couple hits. Done. Well, I might do one more. Okay. That's about 1/2 a cup right there. So now I'm going to put this, put it over to the side. Now, my butter has been softened. And yes, I got a mix master. I know that most of the time I don't use a mix master because I use just a whip. I like to pretend a lot that what if I'm in a SHTF situation. Now what I'm doing is taking that pudding and I'm just throwing it in. Those are the only 2 ingredients that are in there right now. And then we're going to blend that up. Incorporate that real well. These are probably the easiest cookies you've ever made, but if you ever go and lately and purchase like pecan sandies and that, it's absolutely ludicrous what they cost. And I mean, I've had these pecans for about 2 years in a bottle, and I've had the flour for a long, long time. Don't ask me how long, I really don't know. But as you see, it's all nice and incorporated. There we go. Okay. Now you're going to put in the flour gently. Here's 1/4 of a cup. So I'll mix that all in. And what we want in here is 1 1/4 cups of flour. We want to do it slowly. It just gets more uniform texture, I think. I don't, I'm not a certified chef. I'm just a mother of a whole bunch of kids. So here's my cup. Now what I'm going to do is just keep sprinkling this. You know, a lot of people have been asking me, where have you been, Deb? And I'll tell you. Have you ever heard of Murphy's Law? What can go wrong will go wrong. And that usually is for an event or a day. I've had almost 1 solid month of Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it has gone wrong. I have understood exceedingly well what it means to be a prepper. Thankfully, we were prepped. We've had floods in this area. Ted lost his job. Things weren't looking too good for me, I'll tell you that. Did we have what we needed? Yes. Luckily, yes. But I think about people who don't. Good people are out there. Good people. You know, everybody loses a job are not bad people. I don't let anything go to waste. This is very thick. I mean, it's definitely a thickened cookie batter. See how this is? It'll go together like Play-Doh. Now I'm just going to, let's see, I'll do that. I'm going to put in my nuts. That's simple. These are really, really good, friends. So anyway, so that's where I've been. I've been trying to survive. And I'm rather proud of ourselves. We did quite well. Sometimes in adversity, sometimes when things are bad, you find out who you really are. You know, you can prep all you want to until you're tested. You really don't know what you're about. So we really had a hard time, but you know what? So does everybody. And we don't cry in our soup. We're not crybabies. We just do what we got to do and make it. We've also found out who our friends were. And I'll tell you what, my friends aren't people who jump up and give you anything, because that's not what I want. And they know we have some pride here. We don't want that. The other thing I like to do, I don't like to just roll balls. With my pecan cookies, I like to make a long tube, and then I'll cut them. And they might not be perfectly round, but you know what? That's how you know homemade things, right? They're not perfectly shaped. If they're perfectly shaped, everybody would think you bought them. So that's what my kids, they'll look at them and they know. Now, I have to admit that even though I'm on a diet, I still snag a cookie or two, but I can. So this makes a couple dozen. Doesn't make, 6 dozen cookies, and depending on what you want. And there we go. And that's pretty nice. Let's see. And then flatten one end, flatten the other. And I like to just cut my cookies about an inch thick. Now, let's see if I can do this. Take it out, sort of flatten it a little bit. See that? But where it's still a nice cookie. And then take it and put it on the old parchment sheet. Remember I told you I like parchment paper? I love this stuff. I just love this stuff. Let me see if I can get over here. Flatten it out. Not flat, still going to be sort of like that. And then you can put them all on here, and then we're going to bake them. I'll be right back. And there we go. I got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 so far, and I still have a lot left. I'm going to put that in the oven. You put it in the oven at, so it's 375, and we're going to put that in there for, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes. Keep your eye on them. But I'm telling you, these are so good. Well, funny thing happened to cooking these cookies. I broke the handle off my oven. I am telling you, if it can happen, it has happened. Those cookies are baking up real nice. And here's what they look like. They're out of the oven. It'll be a nice cookie. Put them on the pan. Sometimes I just slide the whole parchment paper sheet over. I don't even bother with this step, but I just think it's cute because I'm thinking about it. My wire rack, my countertop, and my cookies are all color coordinated. Now who would ever thought of something like that? So these are wonderful homemade cookies. You saw how long it took. It maybe took 3-4 minutes to put it together. It took 10 minutes in the oven, and there you go. You get about 2 dozen. I got 25 of these cookies, so about 2 dozen cookies, and just 1, 2, 3. And it's a heck of a lot less than what you were going to pay for buying them in the store. Goodbye, my friends. Enjoy your cookies. I hope you make some. If you try any other variety with puddings, let me know. And in the next few weeks, you are going to be tired of seeing me on YouTube because I have a million ideas and I'm going to share.